Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 10 Minutes Daily Cafe Chat. It is Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. I am Emily.
And I am Lisa. Happy hump day, everyone. We made it to the middle of the week.
Lisa, you look tired this morning. Late night?
No, the opposite. I tried making overnight oats and went to bed early. I was so excited about breakfast that I could not stop checking the fridge.
How did it turn out?
I used way too many chia seeds. My spoon stood up straight in the jar, more like cement than breakfast.
The spoon test went too well. I've had that happen with pudding before. What do we have today? Tell us. An AI company bought a popular tech talk show. Former President Biden was spotted on a regular flight and had a sweet moment with a stranger. And a study says a few extra minutes a day can lower your heart risk. Great lineup. I already have opinions on at least two of those. If you are new here, we turn real news into casual English conversation. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Oh, and today's keyword is game changer. Game changer. I've heard that before, but what does it actually mean? It comes from sports, but in everyday English, it means something that completely shifts the situation. You hear it all the time in business and daily life. Like noise-canceling headphones. Total game changer for studying. I got a pair last year and my focus improved instantly. Perfect example. Listen for it today. Let's jump in.
So, what is this about an AI company buying a talk show?
A well-known AI company just bought a popular tech talk show. It is that live show that streams for 3 hours every day on YouTube, the one where big founders come on and talk.
Oh, right. I have seen clips of that. 3 hours every day? Most podcasts are an hour tops. That is serious commitment. I can barely focus for 1 hour.
It is basically the sports center for the tech industry. Big-name CEOs come on for candid conversations. It has become must-watch content for anyone in the startup world. That sounds like a big platform. How much money does a show like that even make? $30 million a year. $30 million from a talk show? That is wild. But why would an AI company want to own a media show? The company says the show will keep full editorial independence. They pick their own topics and choose their own guests. I want to believe that, but when a company that big owns your platform, can there really be zero influence? I feel like that promise is hard to keep. A lot of people online are saying the same thing. It is the #1 concern in every comment section. Would a show do a tough investigation on its own parent company? That feels awkward.
On the other hand, some argue this could be good. More resources, better production, and the company gets a trusted voice in tech.
It's a trade-off, but the real test is 6 months from now. Are they still asking tough questions, or does it become a marketing channel? That's the thing to watch, and the deal is reportedly in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions for a talk show. That says a lot about how valuable media is in tech right now. It's almost like buying influence. Here is another detail. The show will report to the company's head of political operations. Political operations? Not the content team? That's really interesting. Why political? It suggests the company sees media as part of its influence strategy, not just entertainment. That's one way to read it, but this is definitely a game changer for how AI companies think about media.
An AI company owning a major tech show is something we've never seen before. I'm curious where this goes.
Speaking of things that went viral, our second story is completely different.
I am ready for a feel-good story. I need one after all that media politics talk.
Former President Biden was spotted in business class on a regular flight. No private jet, no entourage, just him and his wife reading a newspaper.
Wait, Biden on a regular flight? That alone is kind of amazing. I love random airplane conversations. What happened?
A college freshman realized he was sitting just 3 rows ahead of her. She went over and introduced herself.
I love that she had the courage to just say hi. I would have spent the whole flight staring and then regretted not talking to him.
He was incredibly warm. When he found out she was a freshman at a certain university, he got excited because his wife went to the same school.
No way! What are the odds of that? Same university and they just happen to be on the same plane?
Biden called his wife over and said, "You have to talk to this girl. She goes to your alma mater."
That is adorable. He was like a proud dad introducing people. I can picture it so clearly.
Then he wrote her a handwritten note saying it was a pleasure meeting her and that the student and his wife both chose the same school.
A handwritten note in 2026? Nobody writes by hand anymore. That personal touch makes it so much more special than a quick selfie.
The whole encounter went viral on TikTok. Millions of views.
No politics, no controversy, just a genuinely nice human interaction. It makes you smile. We need more stories like this.
What people loved most was how ordinary it felt. A former leader on a regular flight, completely down to earth.
That student will remember that note for the rest of her life. She probably has it framed already.
You could say it was a real game changer for her day. One random flight and she has a story she will tell forever. That is the magic of unexpected moments. Our last story might change how you think about your daily routine.
Tell me everything. I have been trying to be healthier lately, so this is perfect timing.
A huge study followed 53,000 people over 8 years, sleeping just 11 extra minutes a night and exercising 5 more minutes a day can lower your heart risk by 10%.
11 minutes and 5 minutes? That is it? That sounds almost too easy.
That is it. And what makes this study special is they used wearable devices like smartwatches to track everything accurately.
Oh, that is so much better than old survey-based studies where people self-report. I definitely round up my exercise time when someone asks.
Same. And at the optimal level, the numbers are even bigger.
Hit me with the numbers.
8 to 9 hours of sleep plus about 42 minutes of moderate exercise per day was linked to a 57% lower risk.
57%? That's huge. But 42 minutes daily feels like a lot for most people.
That is exactly the point. You don't have to hit the optimal number. Even tiny improvements make a real difference. The researchers wanted people to know that.
It's not all or nothing. 5 extra minutes counts. That is so encouraging.
They also found that adding just a quarter cup of vegetables to your diet helps.
A quarter cup? That's like 3 bites of broccoli. I can definitely handle that.
Small changes add up. No gym membership needed, no strict diet plan.
So 11 minutes more sleep, 5 minutes more movement, a tiny bit more vegetables, and my heart will thank me. I love how simple that sounds.
10% less risk from small changes, up to 57% if you go further.
That is a total game changer. Tonight, I'm setting my alarm 11 minutes later.
And maybe a short walk after dinner.
Done. And extra spinach on my plate. Maybe I'll actually enjoy it this time.
One note, though, this is an observational study, so it shows a connection, but not guaranteed cause and effect. Fair, but 53,000 people over 8 years is not a small sample. Hard to argue with that.
You know, that last point about 53,000 people really sticks with me. With that much data, even small changes feel worth trying.
Right. And all 3 stories today had that theme of something small creating a big impact. Let us look back.
An AI company bought a tech talk show for hundreds of millions. One deal could reshape how we get tech news.
Former President Biden wrote a college student a handwritten note on a regular flight, and it went viral on TikTok.
And a study showed 11 extra minutes of sleep and 5 minutes of exercise can cut your heart risk by 10%.
3 different stories, but they all connect to our key word.
Game changer, every single one of them.
The media deal could be a game changer for tech journalism. The note was a game changer for one student, and extra rest could be a game changer for your health.
I love how one phrase works for business, personal moments, and health. English is fun that way.
That is the power of a good everyday phrase.
Which story caught your attention most? A, the AI media deal, B, the heartwarming flight moment, or C, the sleep and exercise study?
Good question. What about you?
I'm going with C. 11 minutes of extra sleep can protect my heart. I'm all in, starting tonight.
I'm going with B. A kind moment between two strangers on a plane. Something about handwritten notes really gets me. That's so Emily. Drop your answer in the comments. A, B, or C. Any language is fine. We read every comment, so don't be shy. If you enjoyed today's chat, please subscribe and give us a like. Thanks for hanging out with us this Wednesday morning. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Try those extra 11 minutes tonight.